Mema kwa basoro nkwa ha ya Ashanti Media masom for dusi poku mesa no de ahia biem na Ghana ha no ye problem ne se bibia ekoso a ye behwe se ye be solve no gisi de politics nanso NDC ba yi de e ka me akwa ti se problem a de bia wo isi gine de NDC ba na yi ne ho adi pa especially dumso enti dumso aya ba je NDC fo nsem nanso enam se de bibia politics nti se problem wo ha ye behwe ni asolve no ye try se be solve problem no Efia oda be kasa se on de dum so we no on ba so be di hu nkomo because onya kwa kasa pe na ya ne politics ne attack o je se Ghana ha no obi ntumi nye neutral se problem e koso obi ntumi nka onya kwa kape o kan wo NPP tama o ya NDC ni o kan wo NDC tama o ya NPP ni na Footsoldiers do attempt se amanfo binum kra na sabi nkomo wo nyansa kra anka samba mbeka bia enam de ye politics wa hanti na obi aka na no atum because atem the day from Footsoldiers no aya na too much enti Efia oda so wan yasem we wan ka bi ntoni wan ka bi ebusia o sonso ani hu me enti Efia oda na fe fan semaka ento asoma
I think say a time came where me say me yi me who free political conversations because oka say ya ebeka say NDC ni na oka like we politicize literally everything so obi to say me no me kwaka bibi amistro because omo dey tag but that me so so it makes me just endure whatever is going on but everything that all three of it's and correct there's no lie in anything that anybody said and I think say we're all saying the same conversation what's the real reason that doomsday is happening because if you calculate the power and whatnot so that doesn't make any sense and see like America said it's a winter storm paying on your alert or phone so you're notified so you can know what to do so the same thing that should be happening here in Ghana say if doom lights who say okay say next that lights a doom and see we should be notified so I think everything that everybody said is right but Meba social media, meka honsem no. What's gonna happen if I say something about it? Because you're quite fix the country, fix the country. I'm going to saying, what happened after that? Nothing.
Yeah, I'm fixing.
I mean, we're still going through doomsday now, ain't we? Doomsday is happening, isn't it? But I feel like everything they said is right. There is no wrong. There's no crime say about this.
Once you talk about it, we can say, oh, NDC.
And I mean,
the other way too is the same.
Do you understand? But like I said, I don't think say any politician, person or shada, any bonnie, like all the things that President Mahama has done, I don't think he intentionally wants doomsday to be the thing that brings him down. And if he doesn't want that to bring him down, then they need to be honest with the people because the people that have put them in power. So why I didn't see that to me and clear about what is happening and almost throw some kind of crana outrage bibe bana. So
would you say be a BB one or Anna? Is that how you are?
Well, per the conversation, it doesn't make sense. Per the conversation, say bibi na a Greek share. We shouldn't have doomsday because of the level of power that we have. So, per the conversation that we're having and the evidence and the facts, everything is about facts and numbers. Per what's being given to us, it doesn't make sense. Maybe most people like me, I didn't know all these information and then the matter information because maybe they say, maybe not shit. But per the more kind of know, it's not that.
Enti eno achi no said ye dey bibia here politics wa ha no minority na be kasa e dey fa BOG e ka aba ye say 44 billion nenso BOG dey abasa 15 billion no na ye dey bibia here politics ama se NDC e defend BOG the same thing NPP nso ba am so be defend BOG because bibia dey politics o man Ghana mu o ma ba be di hu nkomo me dey say video no be bro na antema o ma kan dey a kira ban no na afem dey am na on that same platform now, if you doc edis and common one the one Ghana some because ye the BBI politics no. Another Asamoah be dun so din common be eba two dwa. Ghana ya how pa into mean solve dum so. Ai the politics no. My inti anot Asamoah be do. Na fe no akire no. Minority na Asamoah mo ka e de kira ban na fa BOG ka e wo wa. Enam se the BBI politics nti. E de ka kese se abeto Ghana so no. Enfa minority nso a press conference o mo ye no. Enfa ento aso ema.
And we've come from far. Those years now, social media anyhow, you actually have radio and television. So people perceive more, especially more concerned, they call phone in here, blah 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 blah. But with the proliferation of social media, no, I don't need to go to radio station or a TV station to offer my complaint. And we've seen it. People are actually complaining to the point where they move from complaining to actually protesting on the streets.
Yeah.
And we all saw Doomsday Vigil. Doomsday Master Vigil.
Yeah.
How it was all over the place. Even 2024, let's say we were now seeing LED another Doomsday Vigil. June 2024. So you've seen how the frustration now build here, only choice but to go on the street and protest. So I agree with Mama say people are genuinely complaining. But let's move to another perspective. Politics, any propaganda. And I've realized something. Because it's a guy kind. Doom solo a clear government from power.
Yeah.
It is serious. So because a very critical dice in it, you know. So when you're careful, people will vote you out because of Doomsday alone. Because people really get affected. Now you also know, say, I'm all for a supported respective government.
Yeah.
Including this one. They become fidgety when I'm all for complaining. Guess what? Because they know, say, based on history, so when defending our buying, no one support her. There's a likely say they vote you out. So when we say I'm for attack your mom complain about doom sir, man, you're surprised. Because only pound at the back of the mind say, based on the AC paying it, you know, so when you're careful, don't have to be voting the party out. Again, and me who say Honorable Jinapo, he's the Minister of Energy, right? On Joy Newsfar, guess what they do to him? Omo born old videos, some are all minority, are all bashing. NPP are buying. To the point where he even called for the dismissal of the ECG boss at the time. So, see, omo the year policy over the period, no, including the omo currency, see, no more being mono. About be albatross on their neck. Because but you 2 years ago you were saying blah 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 blah. So politics is propaganda na ye dey at the end of year no. Say today if the politicians don't aim one lesson from it, I'll be surprised. And guess what? I also heard Miracle Abuaje on the same platform as one kind. To see I don't know who Yankopon. On fast side way and your politics view because when you said but we have the president.
A bit better no. Tonight the video better.
Obe the president you know on pese or the be politics but obe you know the call matter. So politics any propaganda na dey there and emboa because guess what? 2015 Yvonne else yes doing some stuff.
Yeah,
it's highly projected say account Mahama fee 20 year fees. Even 2024, it was an election year. Doom Solo is also projected and one of the factors young to me vote about me. So I am very critical. Now let me go to the government, no more resolution as to how they are solving this quickly. Now yeah, I say the reasons they've come out to officially say apart from Akosumbo substation next year, transformers no be benign overload, yes, some be brave. These are the two reasons I'm asking so far. For the data you what the team see to the point where minister I already said good could see you on Tenase.
Yeah.
Never any investigation into the Janet she was asked the committee. See so there's something being done. Ola doom sono send na ziga kan generational. Na Rollins time send your kind pepe no 83 85 they went through it. 97, 98, they went through it. Kufuor time, 2004, 2008, to the point where even if I'm right, Kufuor imported plants. I remember say Osajifo badge.
Yeah.
And they breed down
from Japan.
I just said the battery shame said they are not so bad than a ridiculous political.
President Mills the time 2019, 2012. Or to the point where say may we say rest in peace. So for do Mahama Doomso. And almighty 2015, Mahama went through it. The point is, I am not too sure, and I agree with what Bell say, because government knew pass say, a day we know bit me my they will not toy with it. They would not. Because all these guys they've been in opposition, they've been in governance before.
Yeah, that's true.
And they know very well said do so critical to the point said someone severe Ghana for be you without blinking. Without blinking.
One time.
Because it got into our oh Jesus Christ.
And there's a
The government and its spin doctors, led by the NDC party officials who did that press conference, are trying to convince the people of Ghana that the loss is 15.6 billion Ghana cedis. And colleagues, we don't blame you. We've seen many of you reporting that the loss is 15.6 billion cedis. We regret to tell the people of Ghana that this is not true. The true operating loss of the Bank of Ghana for the year 2025 is 34.9 billion Ghana cedis. And in fact, if you add back the sale of the gold or the proceeds from the sale of the gold, the 9.6 that I've just shown you, the true comprehensive loss position of the Central Bank of Ghana is 44 billion Ghana cedis. I'll show you with the numbers. As I've mentioned, that gold sale was to reduce it from 44 to 35 and also to remove the policy insolvency that they found themselves into. So I'll take you into the numbers on the next slide. As I mentioned earlier, the Bank of Ghana has employed a combination of artificial revenue recognition on one hand and clever accounting on another hand to try and cover up this loss.
The minority also criticized the process through which the accounts were made public, accusing the majority of breaching provisions of the Bank of Ghana Act.
When the NDC party, including non-MPs, came to Parliament, to the precincts of Parliament to hold a press conference to announce the audited accounts of the Bank of Ghana, was an illegality. Not only was it an illegality, it was an amount, or it was an act of blatant politicization of the Bank of Ghana and its work. The governor, the board, and the government should take note that this politicization of the central bank will create issues for the operational independence and credibility of the bank going forward. And this must stop.
They argued that the underlying figures point to a situation of policy insolvency.
Policy solvency reflects the capacity of a central bank to finance the full cost of its monetary policy operations, principally open market operations and other liquidity management instruments, from its own internally generated income without recourse to monetary financing or extraordinary government support. And this is how it is measured. It's in their own account. Is the difference between the operating income from core activities and the interest cost of sterilization instruments. So when you take all their revenue and then you take out their core cost of sterilization or open market operations, if you are in the positive, if you have surplus, then the Bank of Ghana is still policy solvent. If you are in the negative, then the Bank of Ghana has become policy insolvent. And we regret to inform you that despite all the propaganda, if you look at the numbers, for the first time in our history, the Bank of Ghana has become policy insolvent.
In the coming days, the minority is expected to put forward its recommendations to strengthen the bank's financial position.